Welcome to the No Mongo Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name's Rick Baden. Had to take last week off because guess what? Life got in the way. Just got in the way. You know, I've said it before. These things happen. It's out of my control. I actually laugh it off. I'm like, really? Really? Really, universe? This is what you're doing right now? But I guess, boy, did I end up taking like a week off during a very busy one in skateboarding. So many videos to watch, but so little time. So I did check out a few. Jenkemmag decided to do their version of, Ted Barrow's This Old Ledge because, why not? Why not? Except for their version, they're hitting up potentially like satanic spots. That's right. The Devil's Playground, a satanic skate spot. That's a mouthful. Satanic skate spot dropped this past week. And I was all for it. I'm all for it. Much like I've already stated before, I'm a huge fan of This Old Ledge, and I hope it, keeps Ted and the folks over at, the Bible very busy for the next years to come. I think New York is next. Planes, trains, automobiles, whatever it takes to get Ted to his next spot, pay it. That's all I got to say. Take care of the man. And now I have to say the same for Ian Mishna, We all know he's one of the best to do it. And there's a reason why Jenkem continues to gain more and more momentum, more and more popularity, just keeps cranking out quality content. And I'm willing to forgive him for not bringing back Data Skater. I think it's time for me to kind of move on. I think I've already mentioned that, but I'm going to forgive him now. If we can get more satanic skate spots in place of it, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I can move on with my life. I mean, it's a good replacement. I mean, this is the type of content I pay internet prices for, my Wi-Fi, my Eros. This is what, I would like more of this, please. Satanic skate spots were, never really on my radar, and I never even heard of this place as well, In case you haven't watched it yet, here's the deal. There's a rumored satanic skate spot located in Costa Mesa, California. Noguchi Gardens is the name of the location, and was it worthy of 17 minutes of attention, of your attention, of our attention? I felt that it was, because that's been one of the complaints I've seen or heard about, TOL. Many of us, feel it should be longer than 7 minutes, but I think actually probably a good length for that material. I mean, it works, right? Now, for anything, I guess, related to Satan, the devil, haunted, you might need an additional 10 more minutes of film roughly. So I guess it could work 17 minutes, kind of to build up the tension is what I'm leading at here. 10 more minutes of people saying that they've never heard of the rumors before, never heard of people jumping to their demise from the, various buildings nearby, or that the kicker, or they haven't been there, for more than 4 years, not long enough to kind of comment on the issue. That's what we got a lot of. Did you hear all the no's that Ian got? It's almost like he was an outside sales rep, and trust me, I did that in my previous career, in my previous life, door to door, talking to anyone and everyone trying to get leads, trying to get a slight interest, to turn that lead into something that, maybe I could just justify putting in Salesforce, to show my boss, to show myself, to show my team that I indeed was working. I'm grinding, guys. I'm trying to get these leads. Ian was grinding. No after no after no after no. And a plenty of I've only been here for, insert blank number of years. I thought the common number was about 4, the common amount of years. And I'm surprised he didn't snap on that woman at 4 minutes, 22 seconds. The one that she's all, quote, she was like, no, I've been working here for 6 years too, and I've never heard of anything. No, but I'm surprised Ian didn't have some light bulb moment, some last ditch effort. A lightning bolt goes off in his brain, and as he desperately hunts for that lead, he's like, I'm going to convert this one into a lead. He could have been like, wait a minute, did you say 6 years? Now, is it exactly 6 years? Or maybe, just maybe, hear me out, you've been here 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days? Question mark? No? Damn. I tried. He throws his arms up and this project's done. This video's done. He gives up. I was just wondering that because he had said so many no's, but then he did. I love when he did, like the moment, because with it always happens, right? The moment he got, it could, the classic sales rep. He did that. The classic sales rep move, just going in for just one more stop, channeling his inner Ed Milet. Just one more building, one more sales call, just one more. You never know if it's going to be your next one. The next one will be it. Talking sales talk now. You never know if that. You dial at 5:05 p.m. You got the CEO sitting at the desk. Bam! You're gonna hit your quota now. Ian hit his quota right there with a, it could, and right after that, I'm saying that he's an employee / manager because he looked right at us or looked at the camera. My Scooby senses were like firing off at that moment. Like, that's the guy. That's the guy. We found Chin. But shortly after that moment, though, guess what? The words that he was just holding back the whole damn time. He saw them come in. He's like, oh, geez, who are these guys? Quote, no more filming. Because there's a reason why he didn't want them filming, right? Right, Ian? He doesn't want us to find out. We got the guy. We found the guy. Yeah, I'm throwing myself in there. We did it. We did it. Yeah, we got it. It could. It's not a yes. It could. So you're saying there's a chance. But we didn't get to hear much more after that. It wasn't too but I guess much like in this old ledge, we got to see and hear from the architect himself, as I wrote down Isamu Noguchi. So that was pretty cool. And I'm always like stoked to learn, something from, these kind of videos, because just how they looked and viewed the land, how the thought process behind it. I mean, even the footage, though, which is crazy. If you think about like Satanic and stuff like that, the footage even kind of looked like it was taken from an Exorcist movie, right? I mean, the signs of the devil were all in there. It was old and grainy. Even the audio is kind of like creepy. The audio always just sounds kind of off. It's like ADR back in the day. It's just like it doesn't sync perfectly with the lips. That's kind of, that was a vibe. That was a vibe I got. It was had exorcism written all over it. But I suggest you check this out. It was time well spent. I mean, you'll hear from many of our favorite skaters in this. So many. He just puts it right there, records their phone calls. Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard this. I heard that. And I love some of the people's honesty too. They're like, no, it was lame. There's nothing to it. Or some people say, I don't know, man. The water was running upstream at noon if you went here on a certain day and this and that. So all I know is if none of what I've been talking about yet still doesn't motivate you, to go check it out. Yeah, it's 17 minutes. It's time well spent. Just go check it out. I'll give you, just go to 49 seconds in. At least fast forward to that, or take the time. And watch when, mark that 49-minute mark. Watch and see when Tom K, pretends to drink coffee. That's when I did my first pause rewind moment. Like, wait, whoa. No way in hell is he drinking coffee? There's no coffee in that cup. There's no liquid in that cup. You guys could at least put some water in there. That was a light cup, and there was no gulp. Come on. But yeah, so at least we got to check out, Tom's acting skills. If you're not interested in satanic skate spots, at least watch it for that. But I enjoy this, and I hope to see more, but I won't get my hopes up too much. It's our job as, consumers to get the clicks, get the downloads, get the comments, right? Get the engagement, and maybe they'll bring something like this back. Maybe. I'm also not too familiar with any other haunted or, satanic skate spots. I mean, even here in the Bay Area, I haven't heard any. I mean, there are probably some, but it all starts with the kind of rumors, right? And like kind of the movies, like, oh yeah, have you seen that spot? Y'all want to see a dead body? And I'm sure there are tons around the world, So I don't know how far of a stretch Ian wants to go with this, but I'm sure he's probably getting messages like, hey, dude, come check out this town. Come check out this city. Come check out this park. Come check out this building. I know there's more. There's plenty more content. So we'll see, for one, how long they continue to do these if they do. Is it going to be 17 minutes? Is it going to be more? Is it going to be less? I think 17 is a good sweet spot. Like I said, you got to build up the tension. You got to sell the story a little bit. Hopefully he's going to get more yeses than nos next time. He was just shut down left and right. It could, though. It could. Now get the hell out of here. Stop filming. You bother me. That was a good moment, though. That was a nice pivoting moment in this story, but we'll see what's next from Ian. So well done to Team Jenkem. As usual, y'all just kill it. I guess speaking of Tom K's serious acting skills, and I'm being legit serious when I say this, dude can act. Weekend Skateboards recently dropped their latest installment titled Rumble Pack. Okay, and knowing how Jordan Taylor, he loves to play old school, video games, I can only assume that the Rumble Pack is from is influenced from the N64, controller, way back in the day. You guys remember the Rumble Pack back when it came with Star Fox 64? Is there a relation? Is that what you guys are referencing? Because I'm just going with that. Am I reaching too much with that? I don't think so. I don't think it's in reference to the crew that they're talking about. I think they're talking about the Rumble Pack. And it's not RIP because I still have one. It's right in my garage over here. It could be a nod to the little accessory that could. I mean, that's what I'm going with. I remember plugging that bulky thing into the back of the N64 controller. It took what? 2 AA batteries or something. I took batteries and it kept spinning and spinning and spinning and vibrating. All the time it felt like you were flying in space, playing in space. Now, if you've never experienced the greatness of what was and is a Rumble Pack, you try and make friends who have a Nintendo 64. Trust me, do it ASAP. Like I said, I've got one right here in my garage. It's stored away. I could bust it out anytime. In fact, I should probably show the kids that. And the controller, too. The controller's funky, right? So anyway, that's my take on the Rumble Pack title. It's a nod to the N64 controller additional, vibrating unit. But I was all geeked up to see this, right? Especially after all the praise I threw Grant, last episode, 2 weeks ago. This one was very on brand, everything I expected. And as with this video, the intros were phenomenal. The voiceover, everything worked out great. I'm looking at my notes here. The above 30 crowd bit, that had me laughing out loud again, right? But I was honestly, I think I was laughing and then I was kind of crying because it was true. It's so true. I mean, much like, when Ryan Lay says it takes him like 30 minutes to get ready to warm up these days. Yeah, exactly. Those of you over 30 know what I'm talking about. So that one hits. It's like, damn. It's no wonder skaters over 30 have to bring, their home gyms with them. That, or at least like hook up with some like old friends for some gear, stretching. Tons of stretching bands needed. Some IT bands need to be stretched. Advil key before and after. That was hilarious. But yeah, so I just so spot on with the home gym take. But real talk though, I do have to admit I was legit worried for Jordan at the minute 25 mark. How could someone with his talents, I should say, refuse to drink water? Who would allow that to happen? Mix in some liquid IV or Element, those little packets. Both actually potential great future sponsors of the show, I might add, now I think about it. Bing, light bulb moment. I mean, did you see the sweat pouring out of his pores? He could have died. Please protect Jordan at all costs next time. This is ridiculous, guys, that I have to even be telling you guys this. Unacceptable. Sometimes you have to do this, much like athletes in all sports. You got to protect them from themselves. No, I've got this. I'm good. No, I'm good. No, look, your arm's dangling. It's broken. No, I'm good. Kobe Bryant, his Achilles. All these come to mind. You got to protect the athlete from themselves sometimes. Someone should have protected Jordan from himself that time. But what's crazy, though, it wasn't even as bad as Sarah's at Mural. Did I say that? Meurle Mural of Sweden. Yeah, she was much worse. She got the worst of it of the crew. I mean, she practically died. Her body just melting away. Brain still functioning and all. It was fine. The brain was fine, which is crazy, right? It makes you think like the brain didn't melt. No more arms, no more fingers, no more leg, no more back. Just she was there, all gone, just dripping away. Quote, guys, is it bad? Is it bad? Yeah, Sarah, you look pretty bad. You got cut in half pretty bad. I love how calm she was, though, through the whole thing. She's like, I don't think she understood the magnitude of how bad it was, How would you react if you woke up like that? You're just kind of a summertime nap, melted away. I'd be freaking out. Guys, is it bad? But that's the worst question to ask too. Like when you're out skating, whatever it is, like something happens. Oh, is it bad? You have to play it off. Like I have to do it with my kids. Oh no, it's fine. And inside you're like, oh damn, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Scrambling for cups. I mean, that was hilarious. In the midst of all the chaos, the crew was at least smart enough. You can tell they've been trained, right? All the jits have fully become the crew and they're trained. They were smart enough to to shout out, get a cup, get cups. Get cups. Because that's the only way they were going to save her. Well, unless they didn't drink her to death. You see that? You see my man, 223? Now, hear me out. I know you're thirsty. It's hot. Everyone's hot. And you're trying to save Sarah. But you can't be drinking Sarah. You can't. You cannot drink Sarah. They need that back. She needs that stuff back. I mean, you could have been drinking her pushing foot for all that we know. Is it bad? Yeah. But spoiler alert, they were able to save her, and she went on to have an amazing part in the video. You know, she crushed it. Crushed it. All thanks to Professor Schmidt. Yeah, he gets all the credit for that. And you see that machine that he invented to bring her back? And we're talking cellular reconstruction, molecular regeneration, and a key thing, and consciousness restoration. Those are 3 heavy-hitting topics right there. And to have, the skills, the knowledge, the brain power to combine all of them into like an air conditioner dishwasher. Genius. Genius. I mean, that's why we love, PS so much. It was all about the Freon-like effect. The Freon, right? Paul knew he had to cool things down and fast. What do we got to do? Boom. Give me an air conditioner. Give me a dishwasher. There's your Freon effect. I'm done here, guys. Take payments via Venmo or PayPal or cash. Well done, Professor. Damn. Saved Sarah. Then they brought the man of the hour on, Mr. Tom K himself, and it all started off strange and weird, seeing like the inside of his house with all I called it like Pee Wee Herman, R.I.P., types of gadgets and automated stuff going on, Were there eggs being cracked? I don't know. I can't remember. But they even got all like meta with it by having a Pink Floyd track playing over a Pink Floyd track. Yeah, brain explosion emoji, right? I mean, only Tom could pull that off. Empty cup acting and all, That was deep, fellas. That was deep. And in the end, you didn't even give us Pink Floyd for our consciousness restored brains. The ones that we were expecting. We didn't deserve the Pink Floyd, I guess, right? Is that what they were saying? You don't deserve Pink Floyd. On top of Pink Floyd. On top of Pink Floyd. Was there an album laying around too? I don't know. I didn't look that closely. But I was pausing rewind, when they were scanning those movies. Yeah, on the skate videos and all that. But don't think I didn't notice one of my favorite movies sitting right above Tom's head, deliberately placed, I assumed. Yeah, I assumed that was on point. Tom E-Boy is up there. Yeah, baby. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. So glad to see this crew has such good taste in movies. I said this 2 weeks ago. I mean, there are a bunch of others too, but I wanted to point that one out. Because it's one of Chris Farley's, another R.I.P., best performances. Don't even knock it. If you haven't seen Tommy Boy, come on. My kids love it. And I quote that movie all the damn time. Oh, how cool is that point of view? Like the looking into the mirror, hand over eyes effect, That was so awesome. And I love how Grant kind of gave us some insight into that too on his IG page. You got to see how he did it. I loved how they pulled that off. I was like, that's so damn smart. Why didn't I think of that when I was in film school? Don't answer that. But Tom's part was insane. Dude straight up slayed. Or he ate, as they say, right? He ate. And did he really set himself on fire, like, for this video? Like, that was real. That was nuts. Actually, no, I think about that. Now I say that, I'm going to go ahead and forgive him about that empty cup that I mentioned earlier. The empty cup situation. Yeah, I just got to let it go. It's not worth my time anymore. Move on, Rick, right? It's a waste of time and energy, and no one's going to care anyway. No one cares if it was an empty cup. Setting himself on fire, yeah. I'm moving on. What else? Well, checking my notes. Oh, this video, it has so many good cameos in it, though, and I won't ruin the one at 9:30 or at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Both very surprising and both top-notch acting skills, you know? I did longer ollies in the 90s. Ooh, damn! JW. Take it easy on the man. Take it easy. That was like shots fired moment right there. Man down! Man down! Be sure to pay your phone bill. I mean, it's the real world now, you know? So many good cameos, though. And what was up with the Motorhead lyrics, the quotes? You know, all my love is hate. I am the politician, and I decide your fate. And was that Rolly? Was that him? Was this, he's saying something about his, like, ditch skating? Was he sending a subtle message, you know, for all the people talking trash? You know, his videos are a lot of ditch skating. I need to know, what was the connection there? Couple of other things I wrote down for Tom's part. 11:46, that 50-50 to hippie duck through those the two chains. What the hell, dude? I'm trying to think. Well, I would probably get, because your natural instinct is to duck more first, right? So I would get snagged on the bottom. I'd end up face planting on my face on the ground, because yeah, and then I'd do a second take and I'd try to overcompensate, and I'd get like my neck kind of slayed, cut in half. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. And that Stacy Peralta edit at 13:17. I saw that team. Well done. Well done. Then they cut to Sweden, 2018. Philip, I know I'm going to butcher his name. Let's see if I can do it. Almquist. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Journey from, you know, the polar region to the city of industry, you know, where he began his journey just south of Sweden. He walked through, you know, Helsingborg, Fredensburg. I know I'm butchering those too, but he even boarded a fishing boat from Nova Scotia, proceeded to ride on horseback to Vancouver. You know, all the while, of course, skipping over huge amounts of land just to avoid his ex in Calgary. So he went up. So here was a straight line and went woo up and over. Yeah, he's on gonna ditch the ex, man. All on horseback though. But that's when I started to question the validity of the story. Is this real? Did he really ride that far on horseback by himself? No backpack, no water. Well, he did decide not to join the Keca sisters on that for that trek. No hotels along the way. I mean, that's 2,754 miles on a freaking horse. Damn, Philip. I mean, leave some horse riding skills for the rest of us, man. 2,754 miles on a horse? How long did that take you? What did you eat along the way besides trees? And what happened to you when you had to go pee? And if you think about it, though, our dude traveled, roughly about 5,500 miles, all just to get some much needed product. That's dedication. That's dedication right there. You think about it, this day and age, 2018, could have just gone viral on YouTube or IG and got some products sent to him. But, I guess that says a lot about Weekend's products as well, and how about his ender, too? I suggest you try doing that. Let's see how your legs hold up doing that. All that walking he did to get, to the States, it paid off. That's some power right there. You got to be quick on your feet. Brain synapses firing quickly. And be sure to stick around and watch all the credits, okay? Take notice of all the names and watch it a couple times because it goes by pretty fast and you're getting distracted by the animation. But take notice of all the fantastic crew members and people who helped, along the way. So many names. These videos are getting more and more sophisticated, higher in budget, and I'm here for it. Give shine. Let's give shine to all the people on the credits there. Got to check it out. So well done to the Weekend team. Thank you for yet another amazing video this year. Yeah. It's August and we've already had a second video from them. Come on now. Jeez. We're getting spoiled. Can't wait to see what they do next. And we really do appreciate it. And finally, speaking of horseback, my man Scott Loyst is back on top, baby. Yeah! You thought, Philip riding across Canada on a horse was a huge feat? Scott said, hold my beer. Hold my Canadian beer. He hit 80 skate parks in one day. Let me say that again so my brain can fully comprehend and register it. Again, I should say. 80 skate parks, one day, one human, one skater. I mean, yeah, he accomplished this back in 2021, but it takes a while. It takes a while for it to get accepted, to get officially recognized and accepted by the record setter team. And it happened. It's official. Congrats, Scott. Yeah. You are the champion. You are the champion of the world. And if my schedule hadn't been so hectic the past, few weeks, I probably would have had him on back, had him back on to talk about it. But for now, you can circle back to when we last spoke and when he was on the show, episode 103. Go back and check it out. Way back in February 2021, when he had only hit 50 skate parks in one day. 50. Only 50. Like, please, that security guard and, in Baker 4 would be like, man, we call that Wednesday around here. I usually hit 40 skate parks during my lunch break. Yeah. And I would hit them if I had a board, too. Remember that security guard, Baker 4? I don't know why it just popped in my head. Guy was like, oh, if I had a board, I could do that. It's like, okay, here's a board. You know what, man? My break's up. I got to go. Hit 40 at my lunchtime. Because we can all do that, right? We all can do that. Not. But to hit 80? That's insane. So congrats on making it official, Scott. I know, I watched the video, a couple years ago. I watched it again recently. It's still crazy. It's still insane. I guess my question for you, what's next? Maybe we can hold that until we chat next. Which record are you going to break next? Can't wait to hear about it, man. I'll include the link to the video in the notes below. I mean, I went ahead, like I said, and watched it again. And keep in mind, Scott actually did different tricks at these, parks. Not just the one same one and done for each. Like, oh, a little rock fakie. Oh, okay, I'm done. Little, 5-0 stall. I'm done. No, he mixed it up. It depended on the variety he had at these various skate parks. Much respect, man. Much respect, Scott. And congrats again. 80. So he did it, in 20 hours to break that. You basically can't sleep. You can't sleep for that day. You got to start at 11:59, p.m. and work it. That's tough, man. That's tough. But 80, dude. I think I mentioned that when we talked. I would probably be good for 5. And I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm tired. I gotta go home. I gotta go mow the lawn. I got laundry to do. Gotta take my kids to soccer. I'd come up with all the excuses to not get that to 80. 80! Well done, dude. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week. Appreciate you tuning in.